Hello everyone. I have not done a video in a very long time. I think the very last ones I'd done were flip throughs of my Fauxbonichi back in January of this year. It's just really hard to film videos here. There's always something happening, someone going in or out of the house, and I work nights and I sleep during the day when there might be a spare moment, but right now I do have a spare moment before my husband gets home from work and while the kids are off doing their own thing and at football games or whatever. So I thought, okay, let's see if I can get one done. I'm probably not going to get the whole thing finished, but I will try to get through as much as I can. Okay, so this is my Fauxbonichi. I recently posted a picture of it on the Fauxbonichi Journalers Facebook group, and a lot of people commented and showed love for it. I was blown away. There was so many comments and likes, and I just love you guys. But a bunch of people wanted to see a flip through, and so I thought, well, why not? I haven't done a video in forever, and I don't have a tripod or anything, but I thought, well, I'll try. I'm just holding my camera phone and trying to take this picture, so hopefully it won't be too bad, but I apologize if quality is horrible. But anyway, this is the Mikel Reuse book that seems like everyone had back in January. It's from Barnes & Noble. It was $9.99, and you can see in the unused part, that's what it had looked like. Originally the whole thing looked like that, but not after I've gotten hold of it. It's holding up really well. I've seen others who, like, after they've only had, like said that much in theirs, it's already started to fall apart. Mine never did. It's held together really, really well, and I'm so lucky because I'm excited to be able to get through an entire year in this. Now, I do actually have a few months that are in another book. This is my April through June pages that I did in my traveler's notebook because we were going on vacation and we were out a lot, so I wanted a more portable book. And even by April, or by June, this was pretty thick. So I decided, I would just do a smaller book I could carry with me then, because I knew this was already getting pretty heavy. And now it's a monster, and it's ridiculous, and it never goes anywhere except in its little planner bag and on my desk. But anyway, so what I was saying is, though, that it's held together really well, and I think a lot of that is due to me helping it along by holding it secure with this leather cover. I made this with just a big scrap of leather and some elastics. Sorry if this is way too... I'm trying to get it all in frame, and so bear with me. But anyway, it's like a traveler's notebook style, and it's got 4 elastics, and they're holding on at different places throughout the book. You can see here where it's holding on toward the back, and then the rest of them are in other places. So that's helping take the pressure off of the spine a little bit. Like this leather cover is kind of doing the hard work, I guess. Alright, so let's get into it. That's what you came here to see, isn't it? You want to listen to me. So, it's just got 2 elastics that I've got back here. They're holding it together, which is really necessary because that's what it does when it's not elastic together. And, pardon the background over there, the bed's not made. But anyway, so that's what it looks like. And see, this was the original cover of that black Mikel Reuse book from Barnes & Noble. You just put a label in there that it is 2015, but it's not. It's that chalkboard marker. It's not holding up. I'm going to have to do something else, but anyway. Now, I'm not going to do day by day, obviously. That would take absolutely hours, but I'm going to do a few highlights of things. Like, I started out doing the month here on 2 pages, kind of Fauxbonichi style, with each day I went back through and I just wrote down a little bit of what happened each day. So I don't have to flip through the entire month to find something. I can just sort of look at this and go, you know, when did that happen? It's like, oh, there it is. So that's what this is for. Now, I did not do this for every month. I kind of wish I had, but I mean, there are several days, weeks I didn't do anything in this book. So it's, you know, it's not every day. So in the beginning, it was your basic Fauxbonichi style, where I journaled. I put the weather, the date, the month, and I would doodle and watercolor and journal. And it was like that throughout most of the first part of the book. It was a letter from my kid's school. Stuck that in there. Just little. I didn't feel like doodling that day, so I just stuck in a bunch of stuff. And we get to February, and I was still doing the month, and this one's all in pink. And again, I'm still doing. There's just a journaling card. This was actually a Fauxbonichi journaler's prompt I did that day. I think it may be the only prompt I've actually done in this entire book. I'm sorry, Felicia, but I just don't do them. I don't know why. Maybe next year I'll have a book of just doing the prompts. But this was a rack somebody had sent me, just a whole bunch of cute little Valentine stuff. This is when I start putting a little bit more stuff in it. This was a journaling card that we turned into just like a birthday party invitation, just a real cheap one. She could send, hand out to friends. We just made a whole bunch of them so she could just pass them out. It was for my daughter's 17th birthday. This was a letter from my work, and they every now and then they'll have a party or something at headquarters, and my team, we all telecommute, so I work from home on the computer, and they're all based in California. So when they have parties at headquarters, we will often get care packages and things, and so that's what some of this stuff was. That was the night the Musketeers came back, so I printed out a picture of them. And just some more regular journaling. Got a bath bomb, that sort of thing. Just a lot of that. This was a big one. I did a lot happened. It was Valentine's Day, which is also my daughter's 17th birthday, and it was the day my husband got his Birchbox man in the mail. So I stuck his, the little card you get in Birchbox, stuck that in there. And the receipt from when we ordered pizza for the birthday, journaled about the day. This is a business card from where we held the birthday party. Pictures from the party and journaled on the back of those. And this is a napkin from the party, and then just some scrap paper. So all that on there. And more doodles. That's my other daughter. This is one of the heavier things. After her birthday party, we went and hung out with her sister at college, and we went to this sushi place, and they didn't have business cards or little things I could take, because at that point I was just like, what can I find this stuff in this book? But it was a magnet, and it's like really heavy. It's like super heavy, and this page is super heavy, and it's on the back of that one. So, but anyway, I stuffed it in there anyway. It's washi taped in. And then I start putting scrapbook paper in here a little bit more. We're back to journaling with watercolors. I think this one, I'm pretty sure whatever this black one was, it might have bled through or something, and I don't remember for sure, but I went ahead and I put more paper on the back of that one, so we got a lot more paper. And then on this one we've got more paper with chai. I love chai. I could live on it, and every time I see a new one, or I run out of one, or I just feel like putting the box cover in here, I'll do that. And I got a new candle bubble bath. So anyway, this is just showing you, how it starts to bulk up because I've got, just stuff stuck in here. More journaling cards, another letter from work, pictures. I print out. At first, I was printing them out on just regular paper, and sorry, it's hard to hold this. I was just printing it out on regular paper, so they don't bulk it up too much. It's just, like another piece of paper stuck on there. And this is from my candy, more candy wrappers. This was like late Valentine's candy and stuff. Another journaling card, more stuff I stuck in here. I printed off, movie tickets, more stuff like scrapbook paper, things I printed off. And more just regular journaling. It's another picture I printed off. This was pictures that my daughter did of how she wants her room to look when we redo it. So I stuck those in there. More journaling cards, things I printed off. Another month. I start getting a little bit more into. These are pretty thick, puffy stickers, so those are helping bulk it up a little bit. More scrapbook paper, stuff I've stuck in here. Another, I was going to say journaling card, that's a postcard. It's a napkin. That's a little still piece, it's a paper Zoe drew on, my youngest. She doodles all the time, so when I find doodles, I'll stick them in here. I love this page. No idea what happened that day. This one, it's just like one of those ephemera things you get in those big packs. It was a vintage thing, but this is pretty hefty. It's like, cardstock. But I guess it's covering up whatever I wrote underneath there. This one has a whole bunch of stuff on it. This was the day my daughter at college got engaged. So that was crazy. She was home on spring break when it happened. So that's what's going on here. I remember that. Obvious what day that is. And we started planning for her wedding. So there's a lot of stuff on there. More scrapbook paper. And this is actually part of the map from Dollywood. I just cut out a big chunk of that, stuffed that on there, and then this was a ticket that Zoe had to use. They mailed that to us because her season pass wasn't any good. We had to use that to get in, and then go and turn in her season pass to get her new season pass because she's not a child anymore, according to them. Because she turned 13 this year, so she was 12 at that time. But anyway, so that's a pretty big, bulky page. And then this is the brochure from that day that we went. It was Festival of Nations, so I just marked off somewhere, if I can get that open. Well, you'll just have to believe me that it opens, I guess. No, there it goes. Yeah, I marked off the two shows that we went to see that day. Okay. So I thought, every time sorry, I don't know what my camera was looking at, but it's hard to keep track of looking at this and looking at my screen. Sorry. But anyway, I thought this was a good way of just, showing what we did. And there's a little journaling along the side. Grade cards, more stuff, more Birchbox things, more regular journaling. This is another chai box, I liked even the inside of the box, so I stuffed some of that on there. Sorry. And then this was from a Bath and Body Works coupon thing that came. I just liked how it looked, so I stuck that in there. And these are pictures. I think this was around the time I got my new pocket printer. And that has really helped bulk this thing up. Since I can print out these cute little pictures, I do. So they're all over the place. But anyway, this was a huge day for my girls. They were invited to speak and participate in the groundbreaking ceremony for this building at an organization that they have been a part of for most of their lives. And the Undersecretary of the USDA Office of Rural Development, that's a mouthful, Miss Lisa Mensa. This is her. She spoke, and she just loved my girls. I was so proud of them. Yeah, there's a picture where my girl Phelan, she just sat and talked to her, and Miss Mensa was just so impressed with her. I was just so excited. I was so proud of her. But there was a big thing in the paper, so I printed that out. So I have this whole thing from the paper all printed out, and I stuffed that in there. And this actually came later, but I went ahead and just stuffed it in here with the washi tape. But this is actually the letter from Ms. Mensa thanking the people from Rural Resources, the organization, for inviting her and having her go. And she mentions my girls in her letter and how wonderful they were. So, I'm very proud of my girls. Sorry, pardon me, I'm losing my voice. I'm going to try to get through this. More pictures, obviously. I love printing them out. Now that I have this cute little printer from a chorus concert and the little brochure. And this helps bulk it up a lot. This is when I started really getting stuff just stuffed in here. And this is about where I stopped doing the regular, you know, like where I've got your dates and the day and the month and all that and the weather. I had done it pretty much all the way up. Well, basically until right around school got out. Well, it was around spring break and a little bit after. I guess things just got so busy and I got distracted and I just wasn't doing it as much. Of course, well, this is still during school. But for some reason, I just stopped doing the daily pages. But I was still doing stuff in the book. So, you know, I have all of this. And then TV and movies and stuff have always been a huge part of my life. My mom always said that the TV was her best babysitter. And it's been like that my whole life. And I'm also a huge geek and a huge fangirl. And I love my comics and all of that stuff. And anyway, when Daredevil came out on Netflix, that was it. Until I was done watching Daredevil, there was no point in even talking to me. So Entertainment Weekly did a big spread on that, and I have the entire article in here. And they did a great cover for the Avengers 2 and a lot of great shots from the movie. So I just kind of pasted those on the back and journaled about it. And then there was the middle school band concert, and Zoe actually had a solo. So, yay, Zoe. And this is also kind of bulky. It's a big card that was sent to us from the director of the Rural Resources, the people that held the groundbreaking. They thanked everyone for coming and participating and everything. So, that was really nice. And we just kind of skipped. That's May 7th, and there's nothing else in here until May 25th. And these pages aren't even from this book. They're actually from another book. Sorry. And I took them out of the other book and stuck them in here because it was like, you know what? At this point, this book had this much stuff in it, and it was looking really nice and chunky. And I was like, I don't want to start another book when I have this one to use. So I was just going really back and forth. I didn't know if I really wanted to do another book or not. So I stuck these in here, and This is some Happy Mail and things I got in the mail. And there's a couple pages that I took out of the book. But then, and this is basically a note to myself that I did sort of just give up on this book for a while, and I went to the other book. And I did that, and obviously, like it says, April through mid-June is much more documented in the other book than in here. So I just kept up with the other book because it was more portable. I could take it with me in my purse and not have to worry about it. Because, to be honest, this one, I didn't want it to get hurt. I didn't want to throw it in my bag and take it with me, and it might get hurt. Especially because I knew that the binding might get messed up. I didn't want the cover messed up because at that time it didn't have the leather cover on it. So I was like, if I'm going to have a portable one where we're going to be going on vacation and, whatever happens during the summer, if I'm at the lake or whatever, and I want to just sit and write, I just didn't want to take this one. So that's what this one is. And I think I'm going to stop this here, and in my next video, I will do this book. Sort of to keep it all in chronological order. I'll go ahead and do this book, and then when we're done with that one, which will only take one video, I'm sure, or less, we will get back to this, and you can see all of this stuff. It almost became an obsession to find things to stuff in here. It's crazy, and I printed out so many pictures. But there's a lot in here. There's a bridal shower. There's my birthday at Dollywood. There's the wedding. There's all summer long. Well, no, I take that back. The summer's in here. But there's all the fall stuff. Everything we've done. We went to the pumpkin patch. Just all sorts of things. Oh, and I went with my daughter, the 17-year-old. We went to Berea, Kentucky, and did a college tour up there. We were gone for a couple of days and stayed overnight. Just all sorts of things in here. So we will get back to this, I promise. Especially if you'll go ahead and subscribe, you'll make sure not to miss anything. But yeah, next video, I'm going to try to get it up pretty soon, and we'll go through this book over here. And I can't promise it'll be a better quality video, but I do promise that I will try to get it up pretty soon. I want to just go ahead and get all these done so they're done. So thank you for watching. If you've actually watched it this far through, I appreciate it. And I will see you in the next one. Thanks a lot. Bye.